me a 5, it'll be like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I have time.
Start.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for you.
Yeah, that's running, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Alright. Hello everybody, I'm going to be giving you a speech on sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation is a huge problem in today's society, and I'm going to elaborate on some of the facts and some of the interesting things that you should know about it so you can be more well affirmed. Sleep deprivation can cause a lot of different things like I mentioned. Sleep deprivation can cause accidents. Accidents happen because people aren't thinking right. And when you have sleep deprivation, it causes you to think even more not right. So your mental is even more messed with. Sleep deprivation can dumb you down. Like I mentioned before, those accidents can happen because you're dumbed down. And because of that dumbing down, it can cause accidents. Sleep deprivation can cause sex drive to be limited. Sex drive is important in adults because there needs to be procreation. And in procreation, there comes babies. And babies are very important in today's society because we need to repopulate. Repopulation is important. And having good relationships with married couples is important. I mean, as a married couple, it's important to have good relations. So if you get sleep deprivation, it doesn't help. It hurts the relationship. Also, sleep deprivation can cause depression. Depression is a serious issue in today's society because depression can cause suicide or it can cause other effects such as anxiety. It's commonly coupled with anxiety and different mental health disorders, which are very negative. And in today's society, it is important that those things are avoided. Sleep deprivation can cause the aging of skin, and the aging of skin, it can cause a lot of effects. It can cause maybe even disease. Disease can come to pass because with the aging of skin, there could be cancer. There could be a very wide majority of things that can come to pass. And sleeplessness can cause one to be more forgetful. Forgetfulness is common in sleep deprivation because the mind is being compromised. And when the mind is compromised, sleep deprivation can cause forgetfulness. Sleep deprivation is a huge problem in college students because college students are on average getting 6 to 6.9 hours of sleep per night. And college students are notoriously known to be sleep deprived because of deadlines and different things that compromise a sleep schedule. Sleep deprivation can cause a compromise to grade point averages, which is a huge aspect in one's life so that they are successful. And not only grade point averages, but success in real estate and in different things that a person wants to do. Sleep deprivation can cause a lot of stress, and in stress it can cause a lot of different collateral damage, such as, like I mentioned, depression, lowered sex drive, aging of skin, forgetfulness, and just getting dumbed down. Sleep deprivation can cause one to become less alert, become less in touch with reality, and in effect cause a lot of negative aspects such as, like I mentioned before, depression and different mental health disorders. Sleep deprivation can cause one to lose memory, can cause one to forget things, and in effect become less effective with coworkers and communication, like that's the class I'm taking, communication. Sleep deprivation can cause one to gain weight, and so it will become counterintuitive with going to the gym and running 2 miles a day like I do. Sleep deprivation can be helped by various things, and in these things such as napping, if you gain about 1 to 3 hours of sleep, it actually is a huge difference in the body, and the body can cause much improvement from getting these hours of sleep. Sleep deprivation, like I mentioned before in my notes, it reduces the risk of depression and all the collateral. It helps all the different aspects of one's mental health. Sleep deprivation is a hot topic in today's society because everyone suffers from sleep deprivation, it seems. Everyone has deadlines, everyone has work to do, everyone has buildings to sell, everyone has something to do. And if you don't sell those buildings, if you don't make the money, you can't live. You can't live, you can't have a house, you can't have a home, you can't have food on the table. So sleep deprivation is a very important topic to review and to take into account. And I hope that my speech emphasized this importance. School schedules that are changed have shown to really affect the sleep cycle. There has been a study that was shown that a certain school gave 1 to 1.5 hours of sleep added, and in doing so, the profit from that was very positive, and there is shown to be a lot of positive benefits from that. Some key aspects that affect the quality of young adults are watching television, because it causes the brain to be stimulated, and also coupled with television is the internet, which people commonly access with their phone. Everyone's on their phone, it seems, all the time. People looking at the screen, and if you look at the screen too much, it can cause your brain to be too stimulated. So when it comes to the later hours of the night, it can cause one to stay awake and to be stimulated. Common sleep disorders which people struggle with are a lot of things, but in today's speech I'll be telling you about two. Two sleep disorders I'm going to mention are restless leg syndrome and sleep apnea. These two disorders are very negative to the human body, and it causes a lot of different effects, such as I mentioned, that are collateral. As you can tell, even a small portion of sleep can help a young adult. As I mentioned, my focus on young adults. It can help a young adult, it can help a child, it can help all ages, but today I'm focusing on young adults and adolescents. In conclusion, research has shown that even a minimal amount of sleep can help, and in so, it's healthy to get 8 hours of sleep on average. That is the study fact that 8 hours of sleep can cause the body to feel more alert. It can cause the body to have an increased sex drive, cause the body to be less depressed, cause the body to help aging of skin. All these things I mentioned before can cause the body to be more remembering. And like I mentioned before, sleep deprivation is a commonly avoided subject. But this subject is very important because today we all deal with sleep disorder in some way or fashion, it seems. We all struggle with getting adequate sleep. 8 hours is not as easy as it seems. And in today's society with deadlines and different properties, it's hard to come by to 8 hours. And in so, I hope that my speech gives clarity to the mind and gives clarity to the sleep schedule so that people can realize sleep is very important. And in getting proper sleep, human